Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's reading is going to be, are you the only one they're thinking about? It's a suggestion from my son, which I think may sound a little bit mean. I don't know. Basically, it's going to be, are they thinking about you? So you're, I guess, going to be looking to see whether they are thinking about you, whether you come out in the reading. You have got three choices. You've got Made with Love for number 1. You've got the deer for number 2, and you've got the hare for number 3. So if you want to take your choice, and then we'll have a look. Okay, this is what I've got with just looking at them, pile number 1, looking at the cards that is. There's a feeling here of somebody who's committed, mentally committed to one person. There's a feeling here of anxiety with that commitment, but also as if they've made inroads with regards to getting closer in some way. I don't think that they are with this person. There's a person, if they're with somebody already, they're not particularly thinking about that person. This is... to me, it's not a settled relationship feel. It's a journey. It's a mental journey. It's causing some sort of obsession. And there's lots of hints around here of not duality, but more fixity with the Devil card and the Star card here. It's like I've made my mind up. This is what I want, and this is the journey that I'm on, and it's quite difficult. So to me, this feels like almost secret admiration, or drawn towards somebody and not knowing what to do with it is what this feels like. And maybe something has been said, so you both know where you're standing in some way, but you're not together with the Ten of Swords here. They're coming across as the Eight of Air and Psyche here, and Psyche to me is one of those, you know, as we develop and our minds develop and new planets are introduced and new asteroids are introduced, and we're all, I think, you know, me too, I think we all do, we all bulk against that. Can't work because we get used to the old systems, and then you get these asteroids coming in, and it brings in, to me, with the Psyche Eros, which to me work definitely in people's charts, you know, without doubt, in my mind, and that is just my mind. We are brought into the people being introduced into our lives for a reason, and I think that reason is to know more about who we are, our souls, what we're here for, and because we are, you know, sex and love is such a strong pull, that awakening comes through somebody else. And with the Psyche card here in the Eight of Air, that awakening, that soulful pull, to me, it has a feeling that the other person is finding it difficult to adjust. They can feel it, they can sense it, but they either... it's difficult to follow the path. I don't quite know why yet. I don't know whether it's something in the outside world or whether it's their inward world and where they sit or where they are at the moment, where their morals are. Because that, with the Psyche card there, and if you get Eros as well, is quite an intrepid journey. And that's reflecting the myth, all those obstacles that are put in the way for this person to be able to learn who they are through the love of somebody else or the attraction of somebody else. So your person may have Psyche somewhere conjunct, probably conjunct something in your chart, I would guess here, if this is going to be you. And it's making them feel like, you know, when somebody gives you something that you don't want to do, like you've got to make yourself slightly uncomfortable, but you know, you'll feel good at the end of it. This is what this feels like to me. So okay, so the Wheel of Fortune the Wheel of Fortune at the beginning was probably the card I would think out of all the cards here that suggests that this person had the ability to spread the love. Sagittarius moons, to me, again, whatever I'm saying here are my observations through my life rather than reality. It's my reality, I suppose. Sagittarius moons that I've known are probably out of all the combination of star signs, wherever they are, the most likely to be able to spread that love. The least likely, maybe Pisces in there too, but it's only Sagittarius I've properly noticed. It would be the one I would most, Sagittarius moon would be the one I would feel least assured of if I was expecting that person to stay with me. I've had so many Sagittarius friends, best friends ever, such fun. But unless they've got Capricorn following, they love big and they love in a variety of different ways, lots of different people, group people, as in like, yeah, if you're thinking of somebody who's most likely to be in a swingers club, Sagittarius, it would be hands down. Well, that's what I think. And I know you're saying I'm a Sagittarius, I'm not, but yeah, that is part of it if it's strong in your chart. So that would make me think there's a possibility of loving a couple of people in here, but that's the only card. You've got the Six of Swords as well with the Eight of Air here. So this person is mentally on a journey with regards to meeting somebody they're attracted to. This journey feels quite difficult because this is a difficult card, this is a difficult card, almost as if they're accepting the fact that it's happening, but slightly still trying to fight against it. It feels like a feeling of control or a feeling of pain of the journey with that one and that one. Behind you, you've got the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm looking at these cards thinking, well, what happened when you two came together? Or can you identify with this and will this mean it's you? There are more clues over here. But once again, the Nine of Swords, painful. It's like somebody who, it's like being, excuse me, it's like turning up in somebody's life at the wrong time. That time when they're not actually in a position, which is all to do with this card here, to be able to accept or to be in the right place to be open to it. And the Knight of Pentacles down here, moving slowly. I can cope with this. It's frightening me big time, but if I keep myself grounded, if I move slowly, then I'll be able to succeed or not lose my footing or not make a fool of myself, all that type of thing. So if this is sounding like your person, if this is sounding like the vibes that you get from them, this possibly could be you. If I move over here, we've got the Leo Strength card for the other person that they think about most. The Strength card here with Chiron, to me, the Strength card and Chiron together are making me think of somebody who's wise. And oftentimes with Chiron, we often think wounded healer. You know, those are the first words that tend to flick up in most people's minds. But Chiron's wise. Wise enough to be able to learn from their lessons, wise enough to know their place in the universe and how we are all just basically little fish being thrown about in some way, unless with the Strength card here, we're aware of the energy that's being pushed, well, that's pushed through us, and we know how to handle it. We handle it with dignity, we handle it with understanding, and we handle it with I suppose the belief system, the ability to apply it with the Chiron here. So I feel as well as the person who could be you, which this card is actually yours, the Eight of Cups here. You've walked away from this person, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Cups. You're not with them. To me, turning your back, ending it. So don't, if you have had some sort of solid relationship here, or just an offer or something concrete, but you've turned your back and it's like, I'm not interested. The Moon and the Hermit again, so that could be Cancer, Virgo, and Leo here is the person that they're thinking about. Somebody who is very controlled with regards to how they release their energy, and that's probably causing the tension with the Psyche and the Eight of Air here, and removes themselves from a situation they feel that either they're not welcome in. This will be this person here, which I'm wondering whether it is you. I will keep saying you all the way through it, but you need to identify whether it's you or not. I forgot to say it then. With that energy here, looking at this energy here, it's somebody who will remove themselves rather than push if they feel that they don't fit into a situation or relationship. There's dignity with the Leo card there. Leo, probably out of both of the, both of the other fire signs, is the least likely, because of their pride, to put themselves in a situation where they feel that they're not loved or accepted, or the relationship can go somewhere. They are the most likely to ignore you if they're ignored, or if you've got somebody on the side. They're not through in a relationship with a Leo. Most Leos, I mean, depending on the rest of their chart, obviously, want a fixed. They want a relationship that's steady. They want somebody to adore them. The other two signs are more interested in experiences, and yeah, I'm going to leave experiences there. I was going to say with Aries, it's the chase as well. It is the chase. So they're coming across here. Are you the only one they're thinking about? The Star card, again, is that feeling of fixity, of almost with the Psyche card here, it's like searching for a soulful union or a soulful connection or somebody, but it's not, I mean, I'm ignoring that card up here. It's not intense. It's more a case, I've got my eyes out, I've got my eyes on stalks, and I'm looking for somebody who feels right. Somebody who, it's got a laid-back feeling of somebody who I could live with. This isn't like somebody I want rampant sex with the Star card and the Psychic card here. I mean, it may be, but with the end card is. But with these cards here, it's more like somebody I can be with, relax with, talk to. It's like recognising, and that's brotherhood and sisterhood, connections in this person and themselves. So with the Two of Pentacles here, with what's going on between the pair of you, it's been fun. It's been fun, but maybe not because of these cards here. The Two of Pentacles is I'm here, I'm not here. This Two of Wands up here is I'm looking out. This person here is looking out. Something started and then it's pulled away. This card and this card is here we are. Let's connect. This is fun. Can't you sense me? And then you're gone. If this is you, it's like you have spent time together and then you're not there. And it causes, being flanked here by the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords, to me it feels like, because it goes with all these cards here, the small snippets of this person that they get, and then it's quite painful for them. And what it actually forms into, the Devil card here, is obsessive thoughts, obsessive, maybe even actions, but ruminating. The Nine of Swords and the Devil card to me is quite tough ruminations. When you wake up in the night, you're thinking about a particular thing, you can't get it off your mind, and you actually start disliking yourself for the fact that you can't get it off your mind with this card and this card. That's the way they're coming from. And I don't mean that they don't want to think about it, but I'm guessing with these cards here that they don't think they're in charge of their own mind. It's like taken away with them. So what will they be thinking? What type of thoughts will they be having? Let's put some more cards out. The Devil card would suggest very earthy thoughts, very much. I mean, you've got finances there, so that could be part of it, especially if this person's already in a relationship and may have to move. You have got just physical, everyday physical things like bodies and sex, with the Devil card there as well. Or it could be being tied to a particular situation, or it could maybe not shaving legs or something like that. I didn't really mean the last one. I was just looking at his trousers, his hairy trousers here. What are they thinking about? Well, you've got the Page of Pentacles here, and that is like a first step, the opening lines, or the beginning to offer something, making it a little bit real with this person looking out, and there's no chance of it moving because you walked away. You've got here somebody who's probably, both of you, I think, if this is you, very, very, almost awkwardly aware of the tension between the pair of you, because I think you're both very sensitive. You're both very sensitive for energy sensitive, things that don't have to be said. There's like here 2 people in a room that are doing something very mundane, very normal, making a cup of tea, you know, and you're both in the same room and you can sense it. It's almost palpable. It's that feeling of maybe slight awkwardness when you first start talking, possibly, and then afterwards a lot of, I guess, overthinking. This person is thinking of one person, just one person. And you've got cards again. It's like, where are you? How can I make the first move with these 2 cards here? It's like, how can I get this started? When am I going? And there's a real feeling, there's a feeling of anxiety from them, to be honest. It's a feeling of recognition with the Psyche card here. There's a feeling with the 8 of Air of anxiety with these cards here. It's like, well, how do I get it started? You're not there. This has ended. How do I get this moving? And with the Devil card at the end, they don't like the fact that they keep thinking about it, which we've already said. If this is you, it's somebody who's offered them something small, or been very kind to them, or very gentle with them, or expressed or complimented them in some way. You've made them feel at ease, and you've done it in a way that you felt like you're not giving too much of yourself. And I think this has got to, even though you've got the Strength card here, the Chiron, the Moon, the Hermit, to me feel shy. The Strength card, Leo, but if you've got Chiron there, and Chiron is so sensitive at picking up other people's vibrations, you know, thoughts, feelings, and just basically everything that's around a particular person. And the Moon is similar, and the Hermit will be as well. Hermit less so. Virgo tend to be more grounded, but these 2 cards, have you helped them or done something for them where you felt that they were in need with the Moon card and the Page of Cups? Have you, I was going to say, nurture them in some way, make them a cup of tea or ask them how they are? It's like a sweet feeling of going out of your way slightly to be kind to somebody. And you've come across as controlled and very confident, I suppose. It's like sweetly confident. It's like 2 people that look at each other saying something very simple like lovely day, or you know, something very easygoing, but the eyes give it away. And I think this person may have that wide-eyed look of looking slightly frightened. You know, when you're put on the spot when you're actually thinking something. And you're thinking about me, it's like, ugh, that type of thing. Yeah, you've come across confident and sweet. If this is you, it will be somebody, the way that you perhaps entered a room, or the way that you walk or you hold yourself, or the way that you dress. It's like you know who you are, you pick your clothes for yourself, for nobody else, and you wear it with pride, but there's a softness inside you, and there's what I guess quite a humble, the Moon and the Hermit card, quite a humble something about you. If this is you and you're not with this person, this person's got one person on their mind. Yeah. Oh gosh, this has got a feeling of practically only small things have happened between the pair of you. Emotionally, a big connection that's sensed. You've got the Moon and the Ace of Cups here. You may have a very sensitive approach with others. You may have that look in your eye that people can read your feelings. With a Moon card and the Ace of Cups, this person's picked up there's attraction between the pair of you. They feel it too, and there's slight anxiety with where to go with it next. This person's looking at in 2 of these cards like, what's next, what's coming, hasn't quite started, this person's disappeared, how can I get them back? Looking out for you in some shape or form and overthinking it. And you're coming across, if this is you, as being confident, strong, but inwardly very, very kind and gentle. Maybe a Cancerian planet that's quite prominent, like moon on your ascendant or something like that, you know, that type of thing. You are everyday person, the Hermit card here, but you've got a pride in who you are. So you're probably somebody that does, you're a doer, but you do it with a smile on your face and you're warm with people. You're slightly defensive though too. And that will be with the Strength card here through your pride. It's like, I'm going to give out because that's who I am. I'm going to be polite. I'm going to be warm. I'm going to be kind. And I'm going to make it happen with the Hermit card here. But with this feeling of being slightly defensive at the end, it's like, that's it, but I won't chase type of feeling. The person they're interested, to me, has got an air of dignity, self-assurance. So why aren't you two together? Because there may be 3 people in a relationship. Why aren't you two together? The Ten of Swords. So we're asking, are you the only one they're thinking about? And this card comes out when I'm asking, why aren't you two together? So there may be somebody else on the scene, but they're thinking about the person that I've described here. Somebody they've got a connection with that has started, somebody where you both already know there's attraction between the pair of you. This person is going through an inward journey to see if they can get close to something they feel that they need. They feel that they will be a better person if there's a connection with this person here. But there are 2 people in this situation and they are committed, mentally committed to one person that they're not with and that they're looking out for. It's like hope was given and then it's gone, which is this here. You got the Star with the Ten of Swords here. It's like hope was given, then it's gone, and it is like, will I see this person again? Yeah, it's like, to me, this pile feels like a beginning with promises whispered, and then that person, which may be you, is gone. They remember this particular person, and I suppose I can't really say, is it you? Because, you know, it's, I can explain what's happening, and so you can perhaps think whether you fit into this, or a feeling of somebody who's gracious, strong, very, very intuitive, calm, centered, and very proud. Somebody who the attraction was never hidden, really. It's not gushing, it's not huge declarations of love, but it's not hidden, it's felt, and it sent this person on I'm going to say it again, on an incredibly strong internal search, which has ended up in, I don't want to say obsession because that's the easiest word to choose, but it's ruminating thoughts that go over and over in their head, where all they want to do is to see that person again and to do something with the Page of Cups that is something offered that's small, that just gets you that little bit closer. So that's what I've got, pile number 1. So are you the only thing on that they're thinking about? They only think about one person, and if this feels like you, it's you. There could be 3 people in this relationship. There could be a triangle here, but they're only thinking about one person, and that person isn't with them at the moment. That person has graciously sidestepped, I would say here, but not through lack of love or lack of knowing or understanding between both. Very, very, very intuitive pairing here of knowing, understanding, and the dignity to hold still until it's the right time. Not a pushy pile here. Okay, that's what I've got, pile number 1. I hope, hey, I hope that helps in some way. And I hope this, you know, if you're watching, it feels like you. I'm going to go, bye. Pile number 2, the Deer. Are they thinking sorry, are you the only one they're thinking about here? There's questioning this of two people, and to me they feel feminine. So this is, I'm thinking either they're very feminine, I'm trying to get my words correct here. They're very feminine, I'm going to leave it at that. So I don't know whether it's male or female, but it's a feeling of the one that they're thinking about is somebody, excuse me, I'm going to get there, is somebody who is passionate, who loves big. You've got lovers and eros here. The person that they're thinking about is aware there possibly could be somebody else in this connection, maybe, but it feels as if the one that their mind is taken up with wants to make big changes in some way. You've got the Judgment card here, and you've got the King and the Queen together in the centre. So there's a lot of fire in you, and the person that you're thinking about, or this, you're both people who don't accept no as an answer. Then this could be you. You've got here the Six of Earth and the Aries card here. The Six of Earth is obviously a very earthy card, but it's a feeling of somebody, oh, I don't know. I'm thinking here somebody who works hard. It has a feeling, the Aries card to me, again, I'm not even sure exactly why. Something I've obviously looked at when I was younger, that feeling of shock or that feeling of breaking through something. And with the Six of Earth here, it's like somebody who cares or shares or has been good for most of their life, and then perhaps with this Aries card here, they're almost ready to make a breakthrough in some way. And if this is you coming across as Eros and the Lovers and the Judgment card, you too are ready for a breakthrough. This is a big situation between two people who feel very similar, because you've got cards here, the Devil and the Six of Cups behind. Those two cards speak to me of commitment. They speak to me of possibly knowing each other for a long time, because that's like commitment, and as I've just said, I suppose it's being tied to something, bound to something. So somebody that you may have had a past relationship with, as is the Six of Cups. So you could have been friends, or you could have been past lovers, or you could have known each other for a while. The Page of Swords and the Magician card here, maybe words have been exchanged that have promised new things to come. The Magician card is an exciting card of making things real through different processes. And the Tower card, why the Tower card? This person here has come into their life, and it's got to be the Eris and the Tower card here, a shock. It's recognizing themselves in somebody else, not particularly with the Hangman doing much about it. You being both of you being extremely strong natured. So there's a feeling here of possibly holding back in some way. What I would guess is passions. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands together has a Leo Gemini feeling here, and with Eros there, that's a drive. Those cards together are a drive to play in life and to have fun and to break molds and to experience and to have an adventure between the pair of you, if this is you. I can't answer whether it's you, but I can tell you who they're thinking about, who's on their mind and why. And this has got a very, very passionate feel about it. And in some ways, you could have known each other for a long time. And possibly these cards here, sex will be an important part of the relationship. Possibly, or definitely the promise of it, or the thought of it. Or the thought of it somehow. But with Hangman here, maybe you haven't seen this person for a while. Why are you... What's behind this reading? You've got the Empress and the Six of Cups. There is a feeling that this person may have somebody else, maybe with somebody else. One person in particular is overtaking this person's thoughts, and as with pile number one, there could be somebody else as a sideline, or they may be committed with the Empress card here and the Six of Cups, because that can suggest children and can suggest motherhood. But they do, actually, more than most of the cards. And the Moon card here at the end, are they thinking about one person in particular? To me, it's really obvious they're thinking about somebody who's wants a big life, somebody who wants life, feels like the time's ticking away, and not in a way that they're getting older, but in a way that life needs to be grabbed. And that's the person they're thinking about. And the moon card at the end, it causes them sort of dilemma, confusion, upset, don't know what to do. And if there are choices here as well, and the Gemini Lovers card could possibly suggest choices. And this could suggest 3 people in a relationship. So I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So that is what I'm getting here. Are you the only one on there thinking about? There is one particular person they're thinking about, and there will be no mistaking the attraction between each other. This with the 2 Wands cards are 2 people that don't really like to be told no. It's like Heathcliff and Cathy on the moors, getting on the horse and laughing when they're asked to come back. 2 people that are taken with each other, and that will be shown in a way where you engulf life and situations, and it's quite passionate and full on and expressed freely. And that's what you're looking for, the Lovers card here in the Eros. If this is you, you may be where there's 3 people on this, there's 3 people in this situation. The Judgment card is, to me, a very strong feeling with Lovers and Eros if you don't really mind anyway. It's like you still want your life to change. This person with Eros and the Tower, Eris and the Tower card here, feels like their life is... It's like somebody strong, somebody who in some way likes to push through life, is put on the edge of a cliff and has to make a decision maybe. Or feels that they do and they don't know what to do. And this character here doesn't easily get to the Moon card. This is decisive, the Moon card is indecisive. So there's a situation here where possibly there are 2 people, and the alternative person, I think, that could be, this is strong, this is more laid back and with more commitment. So your person could have somebody else. But the thoughts are with somebody who's warm, passionate, excited by life, aware of another connection, and wants to change things in a big way, including this person, because this here feels like a relationship that both of you know is there. And if you asked each other, you would say, the other would say, I was going to say, if they asked, I'll tell you, which is off a film, and I can't remember, and I always think of that line. If you want to know me, I'll tell you. Oh, I know, James Brown. Oh, I love that film. So that is what I've got. Are you the only one they're thinking about? There's 2 people on their mind, but this strong character takes over everything else. This is somebody who probably is the other person, is sweet, kind, caring, receptive, giving. The person that's on their mind, I'm going to say is not, but I don't mean that, I'm just doing that to be naughty really, is strong, passionate, excited by life, fun, Gemini, Leo feeling here, could be Sagittarius in there, could be Aries in there, but there's a feeling of duality, and there's a feeling of fire in this person that they're thinking about. And this person doesn't like to take no for an answer. I'm not saying that they're aggressive or pushy. It's just a case of that they enjoy life, they get taken up with an idea and they're moving with it. And this person is the same type of person anyway. So there's fire between these 2, the person that's on their mind and them. And that is a drive that often is translated in a way that it becomes physical quite quick. And there's definitely no holding back on that front. But the Moon card is confusion. There are choices in this one, is what I would say. But the more dominant, more passionate, I can't say the word passionate. I'm trying to think of a different word for people who move forward with fire inside their belly. Driven, warm. They engulf life. I think that is probably what I would say again. So that is who's on their mind. Is that you? I don't know. Is that you? They may have known you for a long time too. I mean, this possibly could almost feel like an affair. With the Devil card here, the Six of Cups, there's commitment here, but this may suggest that they already have somebody else that is stable in their life. And then the Queen of Wands here, that you two won't be satisfied with regards to keeping it polite, you know, and above board, and hello, lovely weather, this has got more, let's get this moving, and they get bored easily. Once people get bored easily, it's like, let's get this moving, but the next, and it's a shocker to the whole situation here. You know, it feels as well, the Tower and the Aries card, if this relationship was outed or ousted in any way, it could, I was going to say pull kingdoms down, but that is far too dramatic. But with the Tower card and the Aries card there, it could rock the boat in some way. So that's what I've got, pile number 2. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much. Bye. I'm not sure, to be honest, as yet. I'll tell you what I'm looking for, and then you might be able to see as well. I'm looking for dual cards in some way. I'm looking for cards that are quite slippery, internal in some way. I'm looking for a variety of different other people, as in like lots of queens or lots of kings. The Emperor and the King of Pentacles are behind, so I'm taking this as the person, and the World card here, the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, makes me think of somebody who's no nonsense. Just another thought here with the World card, this person, because of the Emperor card, could work, I'm going to say work abroad, but they could work in a job that touches lots of other people around the world. And maybe I'm thinking about the internet, but I don't know. Big business is what I'm thinking with these two cards. This person is, I was going to say stiff. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. It's more a way of, once they've decided, they stick with it. And they're quite controlled with their thoughts, and they have strong boundaries in a way that may be a little bit smaller than most people's boundaries here with these two cards here. Just a strong feeling of control. And I always think, you know, the Pentacle cards here, and the Pentacle part, or the earthy part of Emperor, is Capricorn. And I've always been interested in OCD and when it comes up in people's charts. And I used to think, oh, perhaps it's this or perhaps it's that. And you automatically go to Virgo, but I think it's Capricorn. From looking and looking and looking, I think it's Capricorn. It's the need to achieve and the need to control that achievement and to aim towards something, that the thought of being ridiculed is quite hard, or the thought of losing control is hard. So this person may be quite controlled, is probably a nicer word than stiff. They like to keep things in place. So that's what I'm getting from your person here. With regards to what are they thinking, the Five of Cups is like loss, but the Sun card here, and this person that they're thinking about over here seems, excuse me, absolutely beautiful. You've got the Sun card twice, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. This is somebody who has warmth and passion, and has what I guess is a feeling of openness and strength, and they don't hide their feelings, but neither do they push them on people. It's like, and I said this in the last pile, if you ask me, I'll tell you. With the Sun card here and the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands, there's something behind this person's eyes, if this is you, and I suppose you're going to have to decide whether this is you. I'll just explain what I can see. That speaks of fun to be had in life and adventures to be taken with these cards here. So why the Five of Cups here has got a feeling of, to me, as I was just, to me, my little finger's going here, it's like loss of control. It's like in some way they know that they've already lost by actually being attracted to this person already, because there's no way, Queen of Wands, the Sun and the Ace of Wands, there's no, the average person, especially with Aries in this part here, would find that irresistible. And with the Sun card here and the Sun card over here for who they're thinking about, this to me speaks of clarity and understanding of attraction. This does not speaking of, oh my gosh, I'm going to say things underneath the surface, but you've got the High Priestess here. So this is what it feels like to me. The person that they're thinking about a lot You both know that you like each other if it's you. And you may have even had this conversation. But with the High Priestess, there's a feeling here it's kept secret. Not in a way that would cause concern, or not that it causes concern for me, but because of these qualities here, this is like straight up, this is straight up, this is straight up. So you know, you will know this person and whether they're attracted to you already. If you have got Sagittarius, Leo or Aries strong in your chart, or there's part of your chart that this person relates to, especially the Aries here, and there's a warmth about you and there's an openness, you're the type of person, or this person is the type of person that enjoys hosting or hostessing, whatever the words are. They enjoy being with people. They like to make people feel good. They've got a big heart. They like people to feel welcome in life in general. The first person to stand up when somebody comes into a room and to welcome them in, if there's a group of people there and it's this other person's first time to, not this person but anybody, the first time they're introduced to a group, it would be you, if this is you, that would get up and welcome this person in. There's openness and a feeling of wanting to put people at ease and not being too shy. These cards here don't speak of shyness. It's like, here I am. Here I am. It's like life's fun, let's get going feeling. The Ace of Cups here has a feeling of falling in love. There's somebody here they fall in love with, and it's slightly secret with the High Priestess. The Ten of Cups is finding somebody that allows this person to fulfill the earthy bits in this. Allows them to feel stable. There's a feeling of pride in this that goes from what I guess is very controlled pride here to very sort of sweet sat back and but don't push me pride here. You don't make a fool of me, more so. So they're coming across as maybe working in big business. I don't know, the World card here, the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. Or somebody that has that feeling of not being easily pushed around in life. Knowing who they are, where they want to go, having a direction, and there's attraction here that is warm and open, but not to everybody else. The High Priestess here. Okay, so the Six of Swords. There's difficulty in this connection with the Six of Swords because of the High Priestess up there. It causes mental anxiety to your person with regards to possibly. It's like two people that hug each other and other people are watching and it's meant to mean nothing. It means something to you two, but you've got to sort of like get away from each other. And you pair are, if this is you, it's, you two know it with this card here. So is this person thinking about lots of different people? There isn't a lot of duality in this. Mutability there, fixed. This person's got one particular person on their mind and they're looking out for them. This isn't somebody they're with all the time with the Two of Wands here, but it's something that's got started that has been confessed or admitted, and your person's trying to maintain control in some way, but over here is warmth and love that is gratefully accepted. So you are on their mind if you are warm, fiery, if you work with this person possibly, if you give them love and attention but without being needy. Because this isn't needy, the Queen of Wands, the Sun and the Ace of Wands. This is, well, this is me, here I am, this is how I feel about you. If you like it, come here. If you don't, you know, I'm just going to, that's it. And this is quite irresistible, I guess, to this energy here, which is controlled. It's like somebody admires you for your ability just to give without needing anything. If this is you. Sun is a big factor here. Leo is a big factor. Warmth and openness and honesty is a big factor, but not enough to be a big factor to anybody else watching, because the High Priestess to me is a feeling that this is kept secret from everybody else, but you too feel it. This person sees you as somebody who would be, the Ten of Cups here, if this is you, a good mother. Somebody who loves perfectly. So you could have like Venus North Node connections in this. Or Moon North Node. They've fallen for you. So, and there's a lot of looking out. So if you aren't with this person, if you have got a lot of fire, you've got a lot of gumption, you don't really care what people think enough to change yourself, you're happy with who you are, and people are drawn to you like little moths to the flame with these cards here. You're kind, considerate, open, and a group person that likes possibly hosting parties, enjoys being with people. This person admires that because it's almost a feeling here, the Ten of Cups, and this feeling here and this feeling here of like a power couple in some way, where they would be projecting onto you the ideal person to introduce to these cards here, work friends, you know, people that they work with, and you do it in such a good way that's like standing back and watching with pride type of feeling here. Your person may, with a World card here, be away a lot. Maybe abroad or works with big teams. And they're looking out. So I don't know if that fits you at all. So are you the only person? There's only one person on this person's mind, and it's this energy here. And this person here feels like they want to have more commitment, more stability with you, the Ten of Cups. But you've got cards here that are hinting of distance to me. Physical distance. And slight secrets. Why secrets? Because this is so open with the Sun card twice and those fiery cards here. Why have you got the High Priestess at the top? Because this is not energy that keeps secret. Neither is this. It keeps any secret, sorry. Neither is this. And there's attraction between the pair of you. I don't know. My first thoughts are, to be honest, because of this feeling here of I like things to be just so, and I like things to be above board. Then you've got the High Priestess here, the Knight of Swords, is I like to be able to tell the truth. And if somebody asked me, I would tell the truth. So there's a feeling possibly looking out, wanting to know more, and it's like somebody who's physically attracted to somebody else who's very similar to them, as in pile number 2 with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here, who's straight up, who feels like there's something underhand here. I'm not saying it is, but you both may feel that. As I said, it's like a hug. When you both hug each other, you both realise the attraction's there. But it may not be loud. Anyway, I'm going to start summing this up. Pile number 3, with regards to are you the only one they're thinking about? There is only one person on this person's mind. This person is full of life, full of fun, passionate, and not afraid to show it. Your person identifies with that, with the Aries in the Emperor card here, but also has a controlled air about them. So they feel it, but they don't want to confess it for other reasons that I don't know about at all. And there's a lot of watching in this. And it feels like a journey to almost take away the control in the other person, which you don't have. So there's admiration for you, the fact that I think that you just are who you are. And this person may be learning from you. So if this pile over here, the fire, the openness, the warmth, the hostess or host with the mostess feeling here is you, then that's who they're thinking about. There's only one person they're thinking about. So I don't know if that helps. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Bye.